You're listening to the C1D Paintball Podcast. Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, and our Discord. Are we live? Are we super?
John, go ahead. Send it. Super live.
Super live. Hey, you're listening to Andrew, the Paintball Podcast known as C1D. No, I want to start over again. Andrew, C1D Paintball Podcast. We're recording this on a Saturday night, so we don't know what's going to happen. Birds may fall out of the sky. Cats and dogs may start living together. And, I'm joined tonight by the usual crew. We got Connor G. How's it going, kid?
Good.
You're good.
Yeah, hey guys, what's up?
Jeff from down the street where I live.
Hi guys, glad to be here again.
And not too far away on the other side of the border. He's south of the border. And if you say that where he lives, they assume you're Mexican. But just like the superior jailmate, like whoever your partner is in your cell, Canada's on top of the U.S., so we're in charge. Nonetheless, that's the worst messed up introduction for the man, the myth, the legend, Mike.
Hi guys, how's it going? It's good to be here.
This is why we usually record 24 hours later, as my mind is scrambled in the right thing. What are we doing tonight? What we're doing is I bought a book on my Kobo. So I bought a Kobo, sponsored by Kobo. No, we're not sponsored by Kobo, but I have an e-reader. Ooh. And at the beginning of the summer, my wife's like, you never use that goddamn thing. And she's actually right, but to prove her that she wasn't right, so to basically lie to her, I bought a book, and it was like $1.99 or $2.99, and it's called All About Paintball. And I believe parts of it sound like they were written like in a gentleman's club. You know, there's no women allowed. And they sit and they smoke cigars, and they have to have the tie and the secret handshake, and they describe it as a gentleman's game. So I'm going to be reading a few things for this All About Paintball book, and we can just make comments on it because I found a few of the things rather just funny. And now this book, I believe, let me look up when it was written because I'm having a problem negotiating.
Mr. Andrew, I have a question.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Mr. Andrew.
Yes.
This is a book club. There's no right answers, right? Since it's
interpretation.
It's interpretation.
It's all interpretation, so there's no right or wrong answers here.
There is not, and
there is better answers.
And they're actually
the teacher's answer.
Yeah, and the second half of the podcast will be an interpretive dance project for the three of you based upon this reading.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so
I'm not putting a lead. I wasn't ready for that.
You know, I don't know who wrote this damn thing because I don't know my way around the Kobo too much. But what we're going to do here, all about playing, his introduction. I'm going to get into the meat of it, but let's just get an introduction. Playing paintball playing techniques, and developing a good game. Where to buy your paintball gadgets, why paintball is popular, stay safe while playing paintball, and popular paintball games by Salvador H. Jones. The H is for paintball. I wanted to talk about this just because it's kind of fun, and we're going to talk about, I'm going to read some of the passages, and you guys can kind of make comments because we're just, I've got my tea here. Okay, paintball basics. Paintball is a safe, simple, yet challenging and strategic sport that is usually by two teams, each with at least two players. Adults and kids alike enjoy the sport as they often refer to it as an advanced or improvised game of tag. Game of tag. You know, I've never said I can't wait to go out this weekend and tag the shit out of the other team. Unless we get more females joining.
It is a game of tag, though. It is a game of tag, except so using your hands, you're using
tag. You're it.
Yeah.
You're not.
Tag, you're out.
But you have to. It's more like tag. You're out, not tag. You're in.
So what does that make? What does that make war? Like a game of tag with bigger stakes?
No, it's just a much faster version of dodgeball.
That. God, that's a much better reference. Yeah.
Jeez. I'm thinking of a PBS special with all these people with fancy accents, and you have him come on and say that.
We're gonna write our own
Scientist-
book here.
Oh, Professor Jeff from the University of McGill summed it up by saying, okay, he wrote here, tournaments attract many spectators of all ages, and it is very exciting to watch. And as I got into this book, I just found, some of the game types, like it specifically said what type of equipment. Some of it was kind of odd. I'm just going to keep reading this basic. A tutu. Well, we've seen tutus on the battlefield, gentlemen.
I've seen Rainbow Bright, a 43-year-old man in Rainbow Bright costume on the field.
Oh, okay. I thought
it was Chicago.
It was Chicago. His name was Lola. He was a showgirl. Nobody wants to sing. Hey, first time Barry Manilow has been mentioned on the podcast. I hold my cup up. There we go. Paintball games are of various types. However, the most popular game, often played, is called Capture the Flag. The object or the goal of the game is for your team to advance the opponent's base, move the other team's flag to its designated location, at the same time guarding your own flag. I was kind of funny that they thought capture the flag, like when they're talking about it. I mean, I just think team deathmatch is most, but I guess capture the flag.
I'm gonna say, is he talking about paintball or like Blood Gulch? Capture the flag. I don't get it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? Okay, are you going to break the news to Jeff, Connor? I'm going to let you break his heart because they're doing... What's it called, Connor? The new thing coming out?
Halo Campaign Evolved. Where it's the remake of only the first game's campaign.
But...
with new mechanics, like there's sprinting and stuff and dual wielding and guns out.
Dual wielding?
2 or 3 new levels, did you say?
3 new levels, new cutscenes, like obviously all reanimated and stuff. Obviously, it's only on the new Xbox. And PS5.
Oh, God.
So you got to update your console for when it comes out, and it's on Game Pass. So fun.
So after you spend all the money on the Xbox,
and it's free.
Well, I guess it's sometime in 2026 it comes out. So there's plenty of time to save your bottle money. But yeah, and it's a 4-player campaign, unlike the original Halo CE.
Yeah, that was only 2.
So until you get an Xbox, just 3 of us will be playing, and we'll just have you as our boy. We'll pour some malt liquor on the floor. This is to my homie Jeff. All right, guys, let's play. It's just you can come from my basement and look through the window and watch Connor and I play.
Oh, you're an...
Oh, God.
I'll set up.
It is split screen, though. It is split screen.
So. Yeah, we could do split screen. That's right. I never thought of that. But, yeah, they thought, like...
Couch
play, which, again, is an adult.
Well, did we find out when this book was written? Because if they're talking about, like, old school, like, woods ball... and stuff. Maybe Capture the Flag was one of the most popular things.
It was. Well, that's what I was getting at. The first survival game was basically you didn't have to kill each other. You had whoever was able to capture the most flag stations, like most flags, and bring them back. Won. And the guy who won was a doctor. He didn't shoot anybody. He was able. Everyone was trying to take each other out. He snuck around the entire field, the forest, got all the flags, came back, and he won. And he didn't fire a shot. So that might be what it's a reference to, because it might be outdated, because we're a little bit more bloodthirsty now, but
Salvador.
The intro
my mic is right,
Salvador Jones Paintball Book.
There's a page that has the copyright.
The
info page.
Here we go, Kobo. This is the book I bought. Synopsis. I got it. Apparently, it was $5 now, but I think I bought it on sale because hey, it's a good deal. I can't find the damn year this was written. Okay, wait. Release date 2013.
It's very lucky. You're very lucky you didn't go to university. I think you'd fail if you don't know how to like cite a book and find where it was published in the year. So.
I did documentation technology, so it's like I don't know what the hell.
Okay,
How
we're gonna only let people that own a house to talk for the rest of the podcast. How about that one, Connor?
The second page has the ISBN number, the publishing company, and the date of publication.
Okay,
it's standard.
I don't know. I'm not good with technology. The paintball field.
It's a print. It's a print book.
It's not a print.
It's been like that for the first 200 years.
It's still a print. It's just digitalized.
Look, I'm on page 4. Get over here. Get over here. Connor, get in here. You can see. I don't see it on this. I don't know where it is to go on the title page. The paintball field has many obstacles, such as tires, forts, old cars, hay, and the newest are inflatables that are constructed as refuge for team players, making the game all more exciting, as if participating in an actual game of war in videos. A game of war.
Our new massive inflatables with gray hair on them. And slow.
Okay, actually, a military approach to paintball is useless.
At least to say that.
As that knowledge is recognized and understood by teams, a tactic should be carefully planned. Your team's line of attack will not be known by the opposing team. There should be a quick change of plans in case something goes wrong. I think we follow that. We follow that.
It sounds like this was written by ChatGPT.
It does. That's where I got on it. Popular. Okay. So let's go on this because it talks about communication on the field. Scenario paintball, and I want to talk about this scenario paintball in particular because the scenario paint. I guess when we do like a big game. And when we had that, that's a scenario paintball event. We all D-Day is our moment to shine for the club every year. We look forward to it. We do all right. Let's see how in the ancient times of 2013, this gentleman wrote about it. No, he talks about the types of paintball games. Let me go here. Actually, what the hell? Okay, we're going to go back to this right before that. He's team defense. Okay, so no. We did the capture the flag, the pop. Scenario paintball. This is a paintball game where the theme is set up behind it. There are endless number of themes that can be created, making the game feel and look realistic. There are a number of players. Many cases, as many as 100 are involved in each team. Team gets a theme, storyline. A day before the start of the game, there are usually teams participating with a general. Each team given the role, they should work together on the team to carry out an assigned mission. Props in accordance with theme. Points are totaled to the end of the game. We haven't. I think the closest thing I've ever come across doing that with was, first of all, could you imagine if we knew all the slapsticks and everything before D-Day, where they were?
Oh, that'd be super nice.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah. It'd make for a quick game.
Some people think that it would make it too try-hardish. And like you just implied, one team would take it seriously, one wouldn't. I think both teams would probably take it seriously. Connor, you're allowed to talk, Connor, because when I die, the house is yours, so technically you're a homeowner.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's like... I don't think it's much of a thing. Maybe to us, we see it as like a huge like advantage type thing to have that information to you, but any sort of video game and like how many of the people actually use their map to know like, okay, through it, like it's Battlefield, there's 5 flags, I'm going to skip A and B and go straight to C, go straight to D and cut them off from rotating. People still go for like, even despite having that information and having the map, I feel like it's people still
map is
kind of following people or whatever, so yeah.
It'd be just mostly who's the serious people would, utilize it.
Sure.
Well, I mean, I think one of the things we love about going to D-Day, that is, when you're on your side and that people will unite together and listen to you. And if you go the day before and you start saying, this is what we're doing, and, it might be a little intimidating, but and the props and okay, well, Mike has seen, we haven't watched it yet, Connor, but I have it all set up where Mike reacts to me and you playing scenario airsoft. and specifically where specifically where we got lit up and we got taken prisoner and had to go to the blood bank. They took you to a wall and took your picture, and then they made us like fight for the death to get out. Now, I have the reaction from Mike. Jeff, I want you to watch that and get your reaction too. Record yourself.
All right.
But when you record it, listen to it on headphones so I just hear your voice. And on that one, Mike, I can still hear you clearly over the audio on the tape with that, on the version you did.
That's good.
But that was kind of, it's like, you got to draw blood now. It's like, what are we doing? So there was a thing of juice and you had to like draw blood from it. And it's like, can I sit here for 2 or 3 minutes?
That was wicked. That was wild.
Although they had to trade patches to get perks. So you went to a neutral faction and you brought a bunch of patches. Like, I got all these patches. I need your services for half an hour. And they would barter with them. It was interesting, but...
Yeah, they go hardcore.
That's
hardcore. For sure.
So go on. This is all this is.
A question about this book.
Yes.
So I know that you've already read it front to back several times and you've highlighted passages, and that's why you're just reading it from the start and not anything else. But I'm curious, if it's raining, you're out to play. According to this book, what are you supposed to do?
Okay, it's you just teed that one up. I'm staring at the page right now. They explain game types. Then they explain the type of fields: outdoor, woods ball, speed ball, indoor. The next chapter in the book, and they've talked about equipment, like obviously your goggles, your gun. Very, very big on elbow pads. I was kind of surprised, but anyway. The next,
I guess on a speed ball, like.
What about jockstrap?
Did not mention cup. No, it didn't. It says paintball players have no balls.
I feel like a lot of people see that as like a mandatory. Like if they don't have it, they're not playing.
I don't wear one. I have a. I don't wear one. Mike?
I have slider shorts with a built-in cup. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And you take the cup out, so at least you have the supporter holding the boys close.
Yeah.
Jeff? Inquiring minds want to know.
It depends on like the pants I wear now have an extra padding and it tends to deflect a lot or absorb the impact. Mm-hmm. But it sort of depends on who I'm playing with. If I was at D-Day, I'd probably wear a cup just for the amount of incoming shots from like not knowing where it's coming from. But a random Saturday at Warzone, I wouldn't wear one usually.
Yeah.
The one day I forgot my slider shorts, I walked sideways all day. All day I was sideways.
I tell you what.
That's what the Archer Post.
Yeah, there you go.
Volunteers tribute.
I played hockey.
I don't know. Like at the same time, I think like if you're getting shot there's a problem with how you're playing. Maybe.
Well, the thing is, if you're
exposing yourself, you shouldn't be exposing your full body all the time, unless you're like running in between things. Yeah, but you shouldn't be like out of cover, like exposing your full body to get your jewel shot. So I don't know.
Oh, you're right. You're partly right. Because if you're in a crouch position and you're shoved behind to cover and you're sort of like in a ready position, a shot usually will not get to that area, or if it does, it'll get trapped because you've created a pocket with your pants and your jersey.
Orbit.
Like the only time I got hit in the nards was at Mirabel, and it was a late shot. It was like the game was over. I turned and it, boom, oh.
Even if it's never happened to you, it's better to be safe than sorry. Even if it's never happened to you and you think it never will. Oof.
A more painful shot.
You sound like you've never taken a slap shot to the nuts. So
yeah.
I don't play hockey, but I took a couple paintballs to the nuts and it wasn't fun.
You work in construction. You've had all kinds of shit. You've had all kinds of shit. You can't put me near a hammer, for Christ's sakes.
Stop hitting yourself.
But okay, so it explains.
It's called a recoil for a reason.
It tells you the popular game types. It talks about the fields, the equipment used. The next topic is it's best weather to play in paintball in the rain ? So it introduces you to it and it tells you that. But I mean, we played 3 times. Well, we had 3 outings this year in the rain. I think Mike, me, and you might have been the only one that went to all 3. Connor got absolutely poured on that one time in particular in Village. But no, they talk about, playing in the rain, and they actually make a pretty good point, because I think playing in the rain is fun, and even if it was a little bit more downpourish, but people say in the rain for the love of people play in the rain for the love of paintball. Well, you got to, because you're going to drive up all that way. And the rain adds so much interest and challenge to the game. Playing in the rain, everything will be muddy, slippery, consequently running, stopping, crouching, quote unquote, getting hit in the balls. Is harder than normal. Visibility will be lower. The wind can make paintball courses more difficult, and these make playing paintball challenging, which is exactly what paintball fanatics look for: action and thrill. I actually.
Of course, he doesn't mention.
Sorry?
I hate the wind. I hate the wind.
There was
Go ahead, Sorry.
wind last Saturday when we were out. It was fall. There were leaves everywhere. There wasn't any wind. Yeah, wind can be a drag. I don't mind, Trent's listening to us in the audience here. When it's raining, I mean, then guys, your strategies have to change. Like Trent and Gene like to crawl in the mud and all that. I do like playing in the rain. It goes on. It says something that keeps the water off your body. Tells you to put a slicker on, cover your head. Paper towels. It says having a soaked paintball can be extra garbage bags. Shooting on the day, blah, blah, blah. Bring along an unported barrel. I don't even know what the hell that is. And it suggests you wrap your gun.
No holes in it.
In a plastic sheet. Oh, that's what it means? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so, pack extra garbage cans. Huge plastic transparent bags are great for covering your head, hoppers, and gun. And I suppose it is. It's like when your mother sends you out to school. She's sending out to paintball in the range. She goes, "Don't forget to wear your wellies," and you put the plastic on the gun. Yeah, this.
Well, the TMC you don't need to worry.
This guy's not from. This isn't Canadian or American though, is it either? Where's this fella from?
I have no idea. I looked him up here. If you guys want to do
What's his name?
His name is
Salvador something.
His name is
definitely
Salvador Jones, and the book is called All About Paintball. And I will put it.
I've never seen anybody running around with bags on their guns either. The first time I ever played paintball was in the rain, and I thought it was the funnest thing ever too. I thought it was very immersive and the slipping and the stuff. All I had to do was buy a new mask. Yeah. All I had to do was buy a new mask with a nice lens, and I was good with the fog, the fogging up and stuff. Yeah. So everything else was super fun. I just tried to keep my balls as dry as they could be.
Talcum powder.
Both sets.
Yeah.
Yep. Kind of powder.
It also suggests, this is why I thought this was written a while ago. It says, watching paintball videos away from the field. People buy videos since they are considered to be classics. Chances are such films will never be made again, which makes them works of art. Sports lovers feel the same way and buy them as memorabilia. It doesn't say any. Are there any famous, really paintball movies or VHS tapes? Or are there some people that would rather watch an event at home than play the game? Which ones?
Okay, there's one. I think it's called Splat. It's about a speedball tournament team.
Okay.
It's amusing. There's another one that was a horror one that it was you went on this trip to Europe and you participated in this big game, but they were all slowly being assassinated.
Oh, I think Connor and I saw that one.
Yeah. But I think what they mean is that there's a lot of industry-related publications like Jawbreaker. In Canada, there was the Golden Triangle series for their speedball tournaments. Drider has a few videos out. Monkey with a Gun was a paintball production company that had a few videos out. I have a few DVDs as well.
Nice.
It's what they're saying is true. There's a few documentaries on Dynasty and some of the other Iron Men and whatnot are out there as well. But they're rare now. It's hard to find. Some might have them in their back catalogs or whatever if you check it out. But I have about 4 or 5. When I was first starting out, I was just getting as much as I can. And the early YouTube videos like Web Dog Radio with what's his name? What is his name? I had it right here a second.
This is this is why we have Jeff on the show, because he's got all this knowledge of. No, I mean seriously. Well, it's not the only reason.
absolutely.
He's a nice guy.
He's a paintball encyclopedia.
Yeah, Rob Tiger Rubin. He was actually quite prolific in a lot of videos in the early years.
Okay.
So like I said, there was like our peak for paintball, I believe, was around 2007 to 2008, where we really were top of the charts for extreme sports and whatnot. There's even 1 year they played, I think it was Dynasty, and I think Ironman played at Disney, the Disney town, Disney backlot. They had a street battle. I'll send you the link. So it's like from what he's referring back to, you still had a lot of paintball media that was out back then, and it sort of dried up a bit and went off. Like you had Faceful for the magazines. You had Faceful. You had Action Pursuit games. There was a lot more resources for us online to find stuff about paintball and how to play and where you could play. It was like the golden age of paintball back in that time.
There's not as many. There's not as many websites out for things like that anymore. There used to be a website, like C1D, if we existed 10, 15 years ago, we would have had a website. You don't necessarily need that.
Like a forum
anymore.
or something.
You don't need, you can.
Yeah, forum for sure.
You had forums.
I think Reddit kind of took over a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, they took over the print side, and as for the video side, it's more YouTube and who else would have been. Mostly YouTube. YouTube.
MySpace just destroyed everything.
MySpace, that's it. Yeah.
But this guy, just because he wrote it in 2013, doesn't mean he's not just kind of basing it off his experiences like 10 years ago when he was really into paintball or whatever.
Fair play in the game of paintball. Paintball is an extreme game that is gaining in popularity. Though the inventors of the games did it for fun, it has evolved into the third most popular game in the world. And I love paintball, but even if you're taking the majors, I mean, if you took the major sports out, like hockey, baseball, basketball, football, soccer, golf, if you consider Formula One a sport, I love paintball, but I can't see it being the third most popular game in the world.
Okay.
Sorry,
I had to Google. Oh, go ahead.
Well, paintball fell into what was considered an extreme sport. So in the ranking they didn't go for mainstream. At that time, we were not mainstream. We were extreme or alternative sport. So you're saying, Mikey? Yeah, mine's downstairs. Get out.
No, sorry. I had to Google that because I was like, yeah, that doesn't make sense to me either. But it says not the third most popular sport globally, but paintball peaked its popularity in the mid 2000s. I can't read. Key statistics from 2006 reported blah 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 blah. 10.3 million people in the U.S. played paintball at least once that year. So they were going off basically, something similar to that. 2006, paintball was the third most popular extreme sport with more than 10 million players. Wow. So
I have too much information.
I think they were just going off. Not like sport as in, hockey.
Like I said, alternative.
Yeah, you got extreme sport.
10 million people played it in 2006. That's pretty interesting.
Paintball is a sport. Now they're talking about etiquette. By the way, the maximum velocity allowed is 300 feet per second. So I'm wondering what field do they play at. But anyway, paintball is a sport where the player can only be eliminated by shooting the other person. Should a player wipe the paint off and continue playing the game but is caught by a ref, that player is automatically ejected from the game. This is a form...
Get him out of here.
This is a form of cheating that is never tolerated. So that hasn't changed.
If you don't get
caught. Players are not allowed to curse or hit the other players. I guess they mean like physically hitting them.
Physically.
The game is about fun. And anyone caught will also be taken out of the game. You can't swear at them. Oh, I'm not.
I guess I'm always out then.
I'm always out. There's another.
I can't play
I'm
anymore. I'm
banned.
sorry, guys. I'm retiring now.
There's another way of.
Now I know why I mumble.
Okay. Oh, they talk about surrender. They talk about what it can do from your health. I know
Oh,
what it can
let's
do to
skip
your.
that part.
We all know what it does to our wallet.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Can't afford to do anything else.
For those who are too lazy to go to the gym, there's something worth trying. That is the game of paintball. That's insulting.
I mean, it is a full body workout when you go out there for 4 or 5 hours, or you play an event all weekend or something.
That's
you're
true.
using muscles you didn't even know you had.
Or you wanted. Yeah, there's just these little lines. I'm actually going to give, this is the history of paintball. I'm just going to read this, then we're just going to sit and digress here. I just thought this was kind of cool, this book. It's interesting. I'm only flipping through it. There's 75 pages, 26% ran. War games have been around for a long time. These are used to prepare the army for battle, beginning of a surprise attack. Since people are not able to use real guns in this game, well, theoretically you can. You don't play a lot.
Game.
Yeah, it's a short game. That's when we
won.
That's
Well.
the sticks of destiny decide if you live or die.
I was watching there was a YouTube event or a paintball event on YouTube. I don't know where it was, what it was, but it was when I first got into paintball and I was really getting into the videos. And there was a guy there that they hired with an AK-47 shooting blanks, like for immersion. And there was all kinds of explosions going off and real ammunition or like real gun sounds. It was, definitely in the States for sure.
No. Actually, that sounds more like the big game in Germany or the game in Poland.
Or
they got
over there
vehicles
for sure.
Yeah, they got APCs there. And
Yeah, it was
They
wild.
go
Like
hardcore.
real tanks and stuff. Yeah, it was wicked.
Well, I think we owe credit, and I hope I pronounce these gentlemen's names correctly because they, I guess, are among the godfathers of paintball. Bob Guernsey, Haynes Noel. It has 2 last names, Haynes Noel. See, I'm making fun of the guy. Charles Gaines and 9 others, not as important as those guys, decided to play the game by using markers that were originally used to tag cattle and trees. The game originated in 1981. Yeah, I didn't know that about cattle, but they used to mark trees that they were going to cut using the paint, I guess, when they were going to cut the tops off and stuff like that, or just, I think if they're just marking a tree at eye level. But I did know that one. Yeah, there's, in this book, strategize the retreat during a heated battle. It hurts when
Run away!
Yeah, I mean, it also, I didn't find it here, and I can highlight it, but one of the things they mention is recreational walk-on paintball is for beginners. And it's like, well, that's kind of what we do. But no, it's interesting because there's some quotes that are good, like little historical facts. That thing about being the 3rd most popular game, we actually set it straight here ourselves. Is kind of interesting. It goes on. We're going to do this again. I'm going to go kind of deeper in this book and just pull out a few funny things with that. Fun things with it. I myself, let me pull out a couple of nuggets for you. I see Connor's out. He may be he's having a bathroom break, I think maybe. Let's embarrass him. I want to take a couple of ideas here I've had. Which is interesting. Let me go see what Connor's doing right now. Let's see if let me see if the microphone capture this for some drama.
Oh dear God!
Connor?
We don't need this audio.
Connor.
Is the poutine coming out? Oh damn!
Oh God.
Oh shit! You see, that's what you get when you
We
put buffalo
figured it
sauce on a fucking poutine. Is you get the shits in the middle of a podcast. God damn it! Yeah, you ain't even got my old man bowels, kid. Toughen the fuck up. Hey there, Andrew, back on microphone here.
Yeah, we didn't hear any of that.
You didn't hear
Nope.
any of that. Okay, I got some ideas. And we'll ask Connor after. We'll ask you guys now because you're here. Little things that I like to throw around. Look, a week from now, the season is generally over for C1D as far as official game days. I mean, people still go out, but it's the last official game day in 6 days. No, it's in a week. Next Saturday. I'm recording this on the Saturday. So I'd like to have a few podcasts where we talk about, what we're going to do, and we'll have, themed ones and everything. But I started to write a whole bunch of little things as we plan out. I got my magnets from Amazon, so my board looks much better there. Jeff, you'll be happy with that.
Okay.
I start writing some ideas. Maybe it's alcohol or some other substances, but when I'm lying in bed, and it's spinning and I feel like I'm being sucked into the bed, is I get a really good idea and I pick up the iPad and I start writing on it. And sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. So I wrote attrition game type. Can't reload between home and home. The idea of, okay, we're going to play 2 games on Village. Spawns 1 and 3. After the game, you have 5 minutes to get in the other box. The only thing you can get is air, and then we start. So you have limited ammo, like 100 shots or something. And you can trade it and go back and forth. I thought about that for next year. It's one of the ideas. These are the things that make me get out of my bed and pick up my iPad. We have to do an airsoft event at Warzone in 2026. We'll get, even if it's like 8 of us, 10 of us, I think we go out and we try it at our home field. That's my idea. I've talked about this before. Playing market east-west. I want to try that next year. Playing market.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I would love to do that. Battlefront.
Your engagement will happen a lot faster.
It would be interesting. And remember, Connor talked about the Pokemon game type too. I wanted him to talk about that because I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the schedule for next year, and I definitely would like to do an indoor event in February because even though outdoor events can be fun in the winter, in February in Montreal, you're just asking for a ridiculous cold.
And wet.
And cold and wet and just dry and just dangerous, to be honest. What I'd like to do is go to the facility in LaSalle and play an old type game night like we used to have when it was Arnold's Paintball. So, correct me.
I was your age.
Okay, when I was your age, we grab our slingshots and rocks, and when the Romans weren't looking, we'd go to the Colosseum. Oh, Connor's back. He's walking like a cowboy. Jeez, Connor, did you have to Connor, did you have to wrestle that turd out of your ass or what?
I mean, it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't unlike you that started crying and had to go to the bathroom 10 minutes after. I lasted like 3 hours after. So
those were tears of joy. Okay, when you have a movement like that, they're tears of joy. Don't you frickin' forget that. Connor, what do you think of that thing? I floated that by you today earlier about the attrition game type where everybody gets 100 balls, but you got to play 2 games like that back to back and manage it. Whatever. Bah.
No, you told me last night. Yeah, I really liked it. Like, I feel like the only thing that's difficult about it is you really have to find a balance to, like, how many people can play for it too.
That's true. I think.
So,
what do you do when you run out of?
Because you got to scale the balls properly. So
when you run out of balls, you have a melee weapon.
Hell yeah!
Melee weapon.
Trent's in the audience. He knows all about melee weapons. Connor, what was your Pokemon game type again? Can you explain that again to us? Now that we're talking about setting up, and we were just talking about going LaSalle. Before we get back into that, what was your Pokemon game type again you're talking about to maybe try out next year?
Yeah, so, I mean, teams, it's like basically just a really big 1v1 in a way. We have the trainer, so that's like your team coach. and they're selecting which players go on to play. And if your team loses that 1v1, you lose that Pokemon. So that player's like dead. And if your team wins, you basically get that Pokemon back. Like you pick them back up into their ball. So you can use them again. And so you just win by making it so the other team doesn't have any more guys left, basically.
Like war with cards, you know.
Yeah.
You win. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds fun.
We're good with that.
I forgot about that.
Hey, here's an
Yeah,
idea.
totally fun. I got
good.
one.
Good.
I just saw a video on it, so I'm definitely, it's not my idea. And Miranda made a good point. I don't know how great it would work, but anyway, it's like a Mario Kart. You know how they got the balls spinning around them. You got to shoot them, you know, with like the whatever, you know, the shells. Well, it's basically just a balloon on your marker, but you got to get a small balloon and kind of overfill it. But it's basically, once that you can get a hit as many times as you want in the body, you got to go back and respawn and stuff, but you got to protect your balloon. And as soon as the balloon pops, because a paintball will pop a balloon.
Yeah.
So as soon as that pops, you know, you're out. And I don't know, you got to get like a 10-minute game. It's got to be a long kind of game. You can't like hold on and like cover your balloon, but if you're peeking right, you can have your balloon behind cover. You know, that's it. I don't know. There's different ways you could do it, but nonetheless, balloon on the marker, pop the balloon. It just makes it a little more like you have to be a little more accurate, but it's not like, oh, you got to get shot in the head. You know, it's not like a headhunter game, but you're actually aiming for the balloon rather than just someone's entire body sticking out or whatever. It just makes it kind of cool.
I like that.
Get a baboon of helium from Party Central.
Yes.
You know, in helium, then when they get shot, they'll just go into the air. Well, look, we did one thing when we discussed stuff like this. We had an open discussion. I don't know if it was on a podcast or whatever, but it's that dead men can talk thing. Yeah, Connor and I mentioned that when we were doing a wrap up on Airsoft with Conrad this year, that they had dead men can talk. And that's something we use almost every game day now. Here's it. So, I mean, something like the balloon would be fun. How about one bounce only? You know how bounces don't count? You only get to do that once. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Or maybe we do that when we're playing with noobs. You know, I'm marker hits should count. Am I like the only one here that thinks that like marker hits should count? Or you can't use your marker anymore?
They should count. I'm okay with that. It's part of the play.
I always like the thought of like, it sucks because not everybody has sidearms and stuff, and I don't even have sidearms anymore. When I did, I always like the thought of like, you get shot in your marker, you lose your marker, but like you're not dead because you know what I mean. You didn't get shot, so you drop your marker, you have a sidearm, or you have a melee, or you can at least stay in and relay information. For your team until you whatever. I know that gets a little technical, but over here, marker hits count, you know, so it's whatever.
Yeah. You know, I always found it like weird that, you know, in a realistic perspective, like I obviously don't know what happens if you take like one bullet to your weapon in like, you know, in an actual war. If you're, you know, if it just explodes into pieces and it's, you know, not working. But like what always bugged me in paintball, like, you know, playing at places where marker hits count, is getting one off the hopper, because it's such an unnatural thing on your marker that it's just like,
that's why we play
marker
Magnet.
hits should count.
Yeah.
But maybe even still, I find it really cheap, because like odds are if you're right-handed and you're shooting, it's gonna go past your head anyways, and it hits your hopper. So it wouldn't have gotten you.
But the rest of everyone else is pretty much using a hopper as well.
Yeah.
So everyone has the same problem.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but it just feels like weird, because like in real life, that bullet that would have hit you doesn't. Like, everything else in real life it would. Like obviously, you know, every other part of your marker is, you know, like identical to like a real gun basically, except the air tank. So it just feels really strange to like, okay, I got hit in the hopper. It's just, I don't know. Like normally I don't advocate for super like milsim intense thing, but it just feels like weird.
I also
like,
know people who hide
want to
behind.
eat
hide behind their massive mechanical hoppers, like with their heads. And when they peek out, that's the only thing you can see is their big,
It's like a
e-hopper.
shield. That's what I realized about my
it
new
really
hopper.
is. Yeah.
It's literally a shield.
Oh yeah, you got the big one now too. Yeah. So when I use mine at events and stuff, like I can hide behind that thing, and it's like I'm just peeking around my hopper actually.
Shit. I know one thing for
but
sure.
yeah, it's a. Go ahead.
No, go. It's a divisive thing. It's a divisive thing. I kind of agree with Connor on the hopper, but like most people have hoppers. Well, except when we play. Which I guess matters because that's when we're playing.
I have a video early on, like the first year we played, and we were playing marker hits didn't count, and I got hit in the hopper. This is when I played just hopper all the time, and I got hit in the hopper twice within like 5 seconds. Like I peeked, got hit in the hopper. I was like, oh wow, got hit in the hopper. Peeked again, got hit in the hopper, and I was like, oh god. So, but I don't know. I don't play with hopper anymore, so it's not there to get hit. But I get hit in the marker a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Here's an idea for a game type. And it could be something that if you stick with the same teams in the day, you get to do it once. Or you get to do it, maybe you're saying, well, we're playing on market, and you have this rule. It's called Frankenstein. At any time, you can scream Frankenstein once during the game or once during the day for your team, and any player that's been eliminated, you can have them come back on the field. So if it's down to a 4v1, and I will say Frankenstein, and now who comes back in is up for debate, but I thought that might be fun, especially when we're playing amongst the C1D guys, where you can Frankenstein it, So, what are you going to do? Frankenstein. Okay, he's pulling some... He's pulling some Mel Brooks out there, deep cut. What do you think of Frankenstein? Whether it's a one-off on the day or every once in a while or just stupid?
I mean, I've thought about something similar to that, honestly, because I know that you grew up, kind of from province instead, but within Quebec, we call that jailbreak, like in dodgeball.
No, I thought you were saying jailbait, because where I'm from, jailbait is a totally different thing.
No, jailbreak.
Oh, okay.
That's called your cousin out west.
Normally you play dodgeball in a gym.
Yeah, out west, it's fine.
Normally you play dodgeball in a gym.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a thing my generation, but there's those basketball nets that are so far back. You have to get a half-court shot. If you get it in, you revive your whole team. And obviously you're so exposed doing it. But if you get it in, everybody on your bench that's out gets to come in. It's a jailbreak.
So what you're saying is we have to put basketball net at the field.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm like. I want to get some sort of thing that it's a crazy thing that never happens, but it could happen. It could be cool in some games. But obviously Frankenstein is like a cool way of, making it that it can happen.
Well, you can do it. I mean,
we had talked about this.
Yeah.
At some point in time, like when you were down to one person though, like if you were if it was like 4v1 or something and you were down to one, you could call whoever you wanted. I think we had met. I don't think it was on a podcast or something. I think we were just shooting the shit on the front porch or something. Mm-hmm. But I remember talking about something similar. So yeah, that would be cool. What we've never done is any kind of like zombie mode or anything like that. And we talked about it at Lancaster. At least the ref was trying to push it on us pretty hard.
Yes.
But we've never done any kind of like infected, like zombie mode, where you get shot and you turn into whatever.
Yeah, infection.
Or however it works. There's a lot of different ways to do that. Base would be a good spot to do that with the upstairs and downstairs or whatever.
What do you do? What are we going to do with base now? In the sense of it's a lot more open, and as a field. When it's one floor and you don't go on the second floor, I think it's still very, very good field. I like the open lines of sight. You have to think where you're going a lot more now. You can charge where the barriers have been moved. Some guy like Charlie who does crazy stuff like that all the time. But I'm a little concerned about when you play two floors on it, because I just have the feeling it's going to be very static. I mean, maybe the ref for a 10-minute game says the first 5 minutes you're not allowed to go upstairs or something. I'm a little concerned about that, but we don't play on it a lot. But actually, mostly we mostly play in the afternoons, and by then I'm usually gone. So I don't know if because honestly, Mike, you've played more on that field this year than I have on the new setup. I mean,
we don't have a massive issue with it. I guess if there's a lot of the rentals or new players or something do like to go up there. You know, they're like, ooh, second floor, you know, they can shoot down or shoot across. It's really exciting for like a new player to want to be up there. So it gets a little stagnant if there's a lot of like rentals or something. But when it's just us guys, small C1D group or something, and we are playing 2 floors, it really doesn't get bad. We'll be popping some shots across, but eventually, if it gets stagnant, we all meet up in the middle of the field eventually. Like, I don't think we have too big of an issue with the second floor. I love the second floors, but yeah, it can cause like kind of a stagnant, just having 2 floors shooting across from each other. You got to be a pretty good shot to, you know, take everybody out on the second floor.
Now, for those who haven't seen it, I'm going to drop it in the chat, our new foosball logo for next year. Borrowing the new foosball logo. I even think I've got, and if you're listening to this on Spotify, which I love, you're going to miss that. But if you go to the C1D Facebook group or C1D Paintball at YouTube, you'll be able to look up all this stuff. And I got gridiron kind of flag. I'm actually going to get this on a flag, just like that.
Oh, nice.
Using the metal background as gridiron, just for some fun. Okay, foosball. At the last day we went out, I was the only one out for that day, and Mike never misses, so he's going to feel guilty about that one. We played foosball, and with the ball on the line with about a minute left, I emptied a magazine shooting the ball to send it back on their side. Referee Miriam says,
nice.
She says that's a good move. I remember, Connor, when we tried it once with 2 refs, where me and you refed and we took time of it. You didn't allow the ball to be hit like that. I think the ball should be hit like that because it's limited ammo again. So if you're going to like, why not? What do you guys think of that? And
I think it's fine with limited ammo for sure. Limited ammo is fine if you have like, you know, as much as you just shoot at the ball all day. There's no reason to go to, you know. But if you got limited ammo, but you got some serious guys and stuff, so it shouldn't come down to that unless it's the last, you know, couple seconds like that. It's pretty epic. But like if you're just shooting at the ball
Hail Mary
right at
kind
the
of thing.
beginning, it's kind of still, yeah.
I mean, honestly, when you shoot the ball normally, it's going to move it a little bit. But this one was so close to the line, and nobody noticed. There was a lot of noobs playing with us. Not noob, they were good though. Walk-ons, I'll call them walk-ons. They're really good players. And it was a firing gallery the whole time. And I think there was about 8 to 12 on each side playing foosball on market. It was pretty hairy. See, this is like a meeting we're having. We're going down the notes. We're going down the notes here. And, oh yeah, we do have the new set. We are putting the order in for jerseys again. I know Adam, Owen, Charlie, and Hector are going to get jerseys for the first time. By the way, Owen and Adam look good, borrowing some shirts from Mike and Miranda for Bowling for Boobies. And even just talking yesterday to Jeff, his hoodie is worn out. I've worn out my jersey. And we are going to have a second batch of Purple Haze tech tees for those that want them. I kind of, you know, when I mentioned we were only going to run them off once, I was kind of joking. But anyway, we're going to have the order for that. And something that a lot of people looked at and wanted to wait to see what they're like, the armbands too. The armbands are great. $5 each. It's crazy they charge for that.
Yeah, it's a steal.
The red ones are awesome.
Sure.
Yeah, the red ones are awesome. Yeah, he's good. The story behind that, of course, is, you know, most fields it's blue against red. D-Day it's blue against red. So by default,
Yellow and red.
Yeah, there you go. The by default, the armbands that Intensity makes have a black edge to them. So it's like, okay, we're going to get, and smartly Jeff got red ones because for D-Day. but our logo is black and white. So, I mean, it looks like a Nazi armband. I'm sorry. It does. It does.
At a quick distance, there's a bit of a what?
Yeah.
And that what is when you shoot them. Yes, what? Is that a...
He's thought this out well. Yeah, so I'm going to go through this book again and just silly little things, and you're going to have more of these podcasts come up during the winter. We do want some themes, so we'll run off. It's just not going to be us just shooting the shit like this about just literal notes I make. But for me, it's exciting time of year, the off season. I really want it structured next year where, we don't, so this way we can work vacations and all that and shift around. I've already put in, obviously, D-Day, both days, Saturday, Sunday. Although, once again, as always, nobody is obligated to be there on Saturday. I did the same for Bowen.
Sunday.
The Sunday, sorry, yeah, Sunday.
No, or Sunday.
Oh, yeah, they got to be
No,
there.
People
yes,
don't have
they
to come
are.
on Sunday.
Yeah.
No.
Have to be.
No, some people might want to just go shopping on Saturday, but might not be down for the games on Sunday. It's fine.
Okay.
No excuse.
Ballin' for boobies. I also blocked out a Saturday and Sunday. I put it the first weekend in September just for the hell of it. D-Day, I'm pretty sure the date. Now, the other events I wanted to do that are formal events. Okay, we got Break the Ice, the start of the year, which will be probably big this year because we are getting the jerseys, right? So a jersey handoff day and stuff like that. There's the last game of the year, which is Last Call, which we're having next Saturday for this year. I want Lancaster to be like an event level thing because we go there once a year. I'd like to get at least a dozen people out there. I think it's a great field. We have a pilgrimage there every year, and I'd like to really, maybe we'll bring a picnic. We'll bring some potato salad. No
raisins.
No raisins. Who the hell puts raisins? Anybody with
Who the hell
raisins?
eats potato salad?
Oh, you're playing on the other side in Lancaster, Mike. How dare you talking about potato salad? Unless it's German potato salad.
It's a white thing. I don't know what you guys put raisins.
Yeah. If you go to
no cookout for you.
I would like to do. I think the airsoft would be like a covert ops thing. We did the covert ops was airsoft this year. Connor and I went and played something different, because we can call it covert ops and everybody can be part of a covert op. And this year it didn't catch on, but last year we had the 1v1. This year we're going to have the foosball tournament, which, honest to God, a foosball tournament like just like 4 teams of like 5 or 6. You could do it with what, Connor? We were writing it out. You could do it within an hour and a half, and the whole tournament, quote unquote, is done. And I really think that would be a lot of fun. We put cameras everywhere and treat it like a sports thing, and we can have a lot of fun. But I don't necessarily want a big game, but I want another event at Warzone. Now, look, it's going to be ready soon. Terminal's going to be ready. It's ready for next year. I have no doubt that they're going to try to have some sort of big game. The field itself, Warzone having that. I would like to have a Twilight event where we use all the upper field. I think we have good control over who goes to the game because we're going to be testing stuff. And we play in the Twilight. During the summer, the sun will go down on Mount Rigo about 8:30. So it's not a night event. We'll play up there. They'll have lights strung up, and I think we should, do that once a year. I'm not into the night games as much. I know a lot of the boys like it, but I think we just make an event to test a big game, to use all those fields. But the thing I'm bringing bringing this up to you guys.
Battle Royale was amazing.
Oh, the Battle Royale was great. And I don't want to take anything away from Warzone. That's their event. So the Battle Royale is something that we will play in. We're going to have, we'll have more than one team next year. That'll be fun, but I also want us to host our own little event. The 1v1 was wild. That was so much fun. Maybe we even do that. We can always get that field. tire ball when we want. If we do that whole tag in thing where there's teams of 6, but it's only 3 at a time and they rotate in or something, we could have a hell of a lot of fun with that, just screwing around. I would like, this year I've been lucky. Mike has always done a lot since he joined with us. Obviously, Connor has been there from the start in that. If it wasn't for Connor, at one point the group was 5 people, and it was 3 of Connor's friends, me and Connor. So he's done a lot. Jeff has done a lot. Jeff, I gave him the patches to do some stuff with yesterday. Did it right away. And just everybody helping out. And the podcast, obviously, Mike, is, we come up with ideas and we say, hey, let's do this. Let's try this. Let's do something wacky. I think something very big happened this year. And I wanted to talk that more at the end of the year topics. But for the last topic of this little abbreviated podcast, this podcast out of nowhere, is look, we found out foosball. We did the rules like dead men don't talk, which was good with the kill confirm because you were literally taunting people. We're just laughing, shooting the shit. We talked about playing in the rain. We had 3 rain games this year, which was awesome. Got lots of good footage from it. One of my favorite footage is we're at Spawn, Green Rentals on the left. I got the camera in slow motion. It's me and Jeff, and there's fog in the background. And I saturated the color so it's black and white with the exception of green. I kept the green on, so you get slight green in our uniform in the trees. And I just remember the air of that day with the fog. We were playing at Village in the rain, and Trent goes, look at Market. And we look towards Market, and he's saying look at Market because you can't see it. It's so foggy. And sure enough, Mike and Miranda showed up when we moved up. They came up with the tram. We played a couple of fog games there. And it really was a blast. But my opinion is this year, we've always been a rec ball group. And I think we should promote it and champion it because I think it's the type of paintball that the most players play. And that honestly, I don't want to sound pretentious. It helps grow the sport more. What are you more likely to have? A guy go try out speedball for the first time and never come back because he had a bad experience? Or 5 guys that decide to try it on a Saturday morning? The speedball guy's already invested. I think what we do is the biggest demographic, and I think it also can help grow the sport. And I think this year, we showed that we're a rec ball group. We go out, we can play hard when we are together or against each other. But really, what are some of the expressions we got from this year, Jeff? We have nothing to prove.
Yeah.
We have nothing to prove.
Nothing to prove.
Nothing to prove. Connor, Mike, Jeff, what do you guys think of this direction? Do you think, I'm very happy. Look, I'm happy just because we have people that go out. We have guys like Rob, he's got a tough job. And when he gets out there, he likes to turn off the world outside, and we all do that and we get away. And I think that's, I called one of the episodes this year therapy, one of the game days. It was therapy for me. I was losing my goddamn mind because of my job. And, it's one of those things. Guys, and we're not just sitting here patting ourselves on the back, but I want to point out that I think we're at a point where I always wanted us to be, and kind of just, look, when we showed up to Ballin' for Boobies and people recognized us, they recognize us for,
weird.
You got a podcast, you do this and that, but they recognize you that, oh, you guys go out and you just have fun. It's like, yeah, that's it. I was patting myself on the back. Oh, Connor said that. Okay. And then he liked his own post. What the hell is that?
No, that was me.
Shh, you're not supposed to. Mike, what are your thoughts? Is this year compared to last year? Going into next year compared to where you were a year ago, looking into the upcoming season. Where do you think we are? Where are you right now? This is the question I have for all 3 of you.
Yeah, I'm a little selfish on it. I'll talk about myself, I guess, me and my wife. But I've had one of the greatest years. Not to knock any of the other years or anything, but it's just been such an amazing time. Every time we go out, whether it's a big game or just our little games at home, Warzone, they've been just so good. And even the days where I don't play and I'm just hanging out, taking pictures and stuff, there's some of the best days. Like I can't think of, because obviously shit happens. We have, off days or, something goes by. I just can't think of a bad time this year. It's just been such an amazing time. And all the guys, there's been a pretty consistent flow, of people, coming to Warzone on our outings and stuff. And D-Day was a huge success. And even with the weather, this year was amazing. Like one for the books for sure. I only have a few years under my belt, but by far one of my favorite years, and I'm really, really stoked because the direction we're heading. I'm really stoked to see what we got cooking for next year. So,
And
yeah,
it's up for
really excited.
And everybody here in this call and a lot of the regular members and that want to be involved. You guys have direction on where we go with that. We maintain our core values, which we're going to have an episode on core values. And that one you're going to have to take notes, and there will be heavy reading before.
Damn it.
There you go. Jeff, you got
gotta
your
learn how to
reading
read.
glasses on, for God's sakes. Jeff, where is your head at this point in time for what we just did this year and going into next year?
I'm quite happy because I was able to get a lot more game days in this summer because my shift work was able to line up with the weekends, and it was great. I'm looking forward to next year. It was just like a lot of our gatherings were just a lot of fun, and a lot of good games, a lot of good play, and I realized that if I want to keep doing this, I've made some choices that are going to improve my season for next year, and I can't wait. Anytime we all get together, it's a great time. It's just a lot of fun, just hanging out and being with the guys. And those who walk on are just it's just, it all flows nicely. It's just we've never really had any abrasive or combative players that we met up with on a random. Like they come, they play with us for a bit, and they want to do something on their own. They go off and do on their own, which is fine. But it's always been a good time. I've always been happy about that.
Connor, sidelined for over a month. You missed a month of the season. And of course, because of your school, beginning of the season, you're usually not to too many things. You might be able to make it next Saturday. If you can't, I get it. Because I do need you to get your degree and get out of the fucking house as soon as you can. But otherwise,
He's lying.
Your mother will never let you leave. You need to seek help.
God.
It's like,
Okay.
Mommy dearest. No, Connor. Connor missed a lot of the year.
Partner on the window, move curtains and check the bars in the window.
Shh.
Yeah, no, I mean, I felt like this year was really tough. Really, I don't know, a weird way, because I can't explain it properly to recall much because it felt like I wasn't there as much as I wanted to. Starting in the spring of last year when we were starting to play, I couldn't make the games. Could only really play in the summer, and even during the summer towards the end, I got hurt, and then school started, and so it felt like I only played for maybe 2.5 months. Or
About that.
something, maybe.
But you came out a couple of times and you were just the ref because like Mike said, he came out a couple of times, just took pictures. I'm usually take 1 or 2 games of the day and I just fly the drone around. I mean,
What's the word? You live vicariously through your dad. I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah.
He's got
No,
a
for
camera on
sure.
his head, so you get to I know it's not as good, but at least you didn't get to
Oh no,
miss out
for
for
sure
it.
he
You
fills
guys
me in
lived
on
those
stuff. But no,
experiences.
I'm really happy with a group. I'm really I'm bummed out that we couldn't do the foosball tournament. I put a lot of work into it.
We
Oh,
will
we're
do it
doing
next
it.
year. That
We're
work
doing
will not be lost. That work will not be lost. Don't you worry about it. Remember, we had other injuries too. We had Kill Hit was out for the entire year with a bad back. Nathan broke his ankle. He came back for D-Day, but he didn't come back after that because maybe he came back a little too early.
Too soon.
Too
Too
soon.
early, yeah.
Too soon. So, no. Look, we're in a good spot for next year. Things happen. I mean, you never know when you go out there that this could be my last time out there for this year. It could be your last time for a few years. Just because life happens. You know, Connor gets an injury. He's gone for a couple of months. Kill Hit mixed the whole thing. Somebody gets another job in that. So, I mean, you just enjoy it when you can. We actually had the pleasure of having Jay come back. Jay had played with us. Jay had played with us since, I think, back in LaSalle, right, Connor? We saw Jay back in LaSalle. We did. Back in the day, we saw him once or twice. I didn't remember him. But when we went to Warzone, he told me he'd seen us there before, like back at the actual LaSalle days, not Army Glow.
Yeah, well, maybe we played with him, but I don't think he ever, came up to us and we.
Oh no, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't
introduce each other. And stuff,
yeah,
so
he didn't introduce us at even when we went to LaSalle today. But yeah, but last year, about halfway through the summer, he concentrated. I guess life happened. He is a member in because he lives close to Mirabel, and we saw him at the Mirabel. I mean, we had pictures of you guys together with Jay, and Jay came out a couple of game days back at the field. Just like the old times. I mean, this is always what it's all about. No, I've just been happy, and I'm just so stoked for the off season to get ready for stuff, some cool topics. We're going to have to talk to some people, talk amongst ourselves, and, just we won't be on the field, but we'll be doing things like, hey, when we get off the podcast tonight, I think we'll be playing some Battlefield 6, so that'll be fun. And if you want, Jeff, I can get you, I'll get you a scarf and a flashlight. You can start going around the neighborhood looking for old cans in the garbage so you can get yourself a new Xbox, young man.
No. We're
Start
going to
a
put together a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
We're going to put
selling
together
pictures
a
of your
GoFundMe.
feet on Only Toes.
I'll be your first customer. I've been
Too late for that. Too late. I got that.
Give us a sneak peek.
No.
Our stream's gonna get taken down.
I have my problem.
Connor's getting a toenail back, so that's a good thing at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Growing.
Well,
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. I want to thank Trent, who sat by here, and because Trent got me twice in the neck this year, that's why I didn't invite him to talk on the show. You son of a bitch! I didn't hit him all year. Getting revenge would be hitting the guy, but I didn't hit him all goddamn year. So this is my revenge. Okay, we're gonna cut it short here. Anybody else have anything to say? We're good. Trent had a sad face. Oh, God damn it, Trent. I can't be mad at you. I didn't know Trent was going to be there last time. I thought he said he was working. And to see him and Mikey at the last game day was like awesome. Mikey still dominating with a frickin' pump on the front line. Oh, my God. Just the guy's crazy. Oh, that's something else I want to see next year, Connor, that I was disappointed this year. When you got injured, you didn't get to go out on the field, the speedball field. And now you got a speedball marker. So... we'll have to do that next year. And how about when they do an event near us that C1D goes out and support Mikey's team, make some signs, maybe body paint,
He's in the snake.
Yeah.
Snake arrow.
Yeah.
Mike's very good at that, drawing stuff on people's skin, so we can all take our shirts off and spell a message.
Yeah, let's do it. Thanks, Alpha. Alpha's in the Facebook chat.
Hey, Alpha. We'll have Alpha back. We actually it's one of the better. We are going to do a year in review thing, which is going to be great. But that Alpha podcast is still one of my favorites. Alpha, we're not inviting you in because then we're going to talk for another goddamn hour, and I really just want to play video games and go to sleep, my friend. All right. I'm going to cut this one short. I want to thank Mike. Thank you, Mike. I want to thank Jeff.
Thank you.
And I want to thank Connor. Connor's such a nice young man. He helped the woman across the street who's all alone in her house rake her leaves today. And that was nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Only charged
Did she give you a cookie?
Oh, no, but she has a 23.
I was hoping to get a pet on her dog, and her dog didn't actively was backing away from me. So
She's got a 20.
I did not get my pet.
There's also a 23-year-old daughter that lives there. But anyway, that has nothing to do with that because Connor has a girlfriend already. It's just the neighbor. He kept just raking the leaves and
She's the girl next door.
The girl next door. The dog. It's by the way, it's a Yorkie. It's a Yorkie dog, but he's a cute little guy. No. The woman actually had a smaller Yorkie, a female one. And it's half the size of this guy. No, this guy's got, he likes to yip, but he's a good guy. He leaves my squirrels alone. And just like Jeff, when you showed up to my house yesterday, I think the squirrelage level was fairly low, right?
It was.
Yeah. They fear you. I don't know what it is. Anyway, this for the third time. I'm signing off. We're going to play some Battlefield. Thanks for listening. Connor's shaking his head. Remember, at the end of the day, it's the third most popular game in the world. I mean, it's only a game.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to like us, rate us, and tell everybody about us. Thanks for listening.